So let's go ahead and start with our first floor storefront glazing. We'll start up in this top right corner here at the first floor level. And um, we're in the model view. And I think the easiest way to construct this, just like we did with the walls, is to work at the site plan view. So let's go ahead and grab the wall tool now. And I have the storefront selected, but you probably were at the generic masonry. So what you need to do is look way down to find that storefront glazing. And storefront glazing is a special type, but it's a very easy and powerful tool for us to use because it automatically creates our mullion systems for us, and it has a lot of flexibility. We're going to draw this now from level 1 up to the top of glazing, L1. And I'll go to the levels. I'll go to the south elevation so you can see what I'm talking about. We're talking about making glass that goes from level 1 right up to this line here, which is the top of glazing L2. And then we'll have a small spandrel area in between those. Now, let's go back to the site where we're going to draw. Let's grab that storefront glazing again and just briefly look at what it's going to be constructing. This is a very flexible tool. We're going to use it as out of the box, but typically going forward you wouldn't. I explained the idea of what storefront glazing is in a lecture, so I hope you've covered that. Understand that the vertical grids, the minimum spacing they're going to be is 5 feet. Or excuse me, the maximum spacing, and then it's going to make another unit. It'll try to always balance and center it for you, which is a really powerful, handy tool. It'll also make that fixed distance of the horizontal mullion be at 8-foot level, and that'll leave you plenty of opening for a doorway or any kind of entrance condition you want to construct. You can also change the mullion sizes, their colors, and some other features about them. But as I said, we're not going to do that. We'll use it right out of the box today. So we're ready to start drawing. We want to make sure that the location line of the storefront glazing that we've selected is the wall center line. If it's not, adjust it so it does that. And let's go ahead and start drawing. So I'm going to go to the wall center line, the column that we made, and click and drag down and create our first piece of wall section. I'll go to model view so we can see what we've drawn. And we can check to make sure that it's facing in the right direction. If I roll over it and click it, and zoom in here, you'll notice that there are two lines very close to the front edge of the window. That's where the glass is, so it's close to the front. That's the way it should be. The deep pocket of the window, the other part of it, is facing to the inside of the building, which tells us that the window's going in the right direction. So we can go ahead now and quickly create all of the windows on that first floor. So back to our wall tool, and we're now just clicking and dragging, going from center of wall to center of wall. And because we're moving in a clockwise direction, we're probably pretty well assured that we're going to be facing in the right direction. Although we'll just take a double check of that when we get finished. So I can hold down my center scroll button when I want to pan the page, and I can still be drawing the wall or the window glazing. Not sure why that didn't show up. Let's try that again. And so you can see how quickly this can go. And I'll zoom out and we'll go to the 3D view so we can kind of take a look at things here. And we'll just spot check these to make sure that the glass is in the right direction. And as I can see it, it looks like it is in every condition here. And if it wasn't facing in the right direction, as I said, it's an easy fix. For instance, if we wanted to change the direction of this window, I'm just going to grab the modify tool, select that window, and hit the space bar, and it'll flip over. So I'm just going to return it back. So now we're all set with that. Let's go ahead and look at creating that spandrel at the second floor interface.